Welcome back to Midnight Mysteries, where the shadows are never empty and the truth is darker than you think. Tonight, we're stepping into a place that breathes fear. A place where the walls hold screams, where the air carries names no one should hear. This is the story of Waverly Hills Sanatorium in Louisville, Kentucky, a hospital built to save lives, but stained with death, with pain, with something that's never left. If you've ever felt a chill in an empty room, heard a whisper when no one's there, or seen a shadow that shouldn't move, you're not alone. Waverly Hills knows you, and it's waiting. Picture it 1910, a time when tuberculosis, the White Plague, swept through America, stealing breath, stealing lives. Louisville was a city of hope, of industry, but its hills hid a killer no doctor could fight. Waverly Hills Sanatorium opened its doors to stop at a grand building, white and tall, its windows wide, its rooms clean, promising air, rest, cure. But promises break, and Waverly became something else, a prison for the dying, a stage for the lost, a home for things that don't belong. They called it a hospital, but it was a city of sorrow. Thousands came, men, women, children coughing blood, fading fast, clinging to hope that slipped away. By 1961, when its doors closed, tens of thousands had died. Some say 20,000, some say 60,000, some say no one counted right. The bodies left through a tunnel, hidden from the living, a chute to the dark they called the death tunnel. But death wasn't the end. Something stayed, something that knocks, that whispers, that watches, even now, in 2025. This isn't just a story, it's a truth, carved into the walls of room 502, where a nurse took her own life, into the tunnel where shadows walk, into the halls where children's laughter turns to screams. We've spent months digging through records, through tapes, through whispers on X, Reddit, TikTok to bring you every shiver, every secret, every fear. This is no campfire tale, no ghost hunt for thrills. This is Waverly Hills, and it's real. Tonight, we'll walk its halls, from the first patient in 1910 to the ghost tour of today. We'll hear the cries of room 502, feel the cold of the death tunnel, face the shadows that don't fade. But be warned, Waverly isn't just a place. It's a force, a will, a hunger, and it knows when you're listening. So light a candle, lock your door, and ask yourself, have you ever felt eyes on you in an empty room? Drop your answer in the comments when we're done. I read every one, and Waverly's listening too. Let's begin. It's 1910, and Waverly Hills Sanatorium stands proud on a hill outside Louisville, its white walls gleaming, its arches wide, its promise bright. The air is clean, sharp with pine, the fields green, the sky endless. Nurses in crisp uniforms move through the halls, their steps soft, their voices kind. Doctors carry charts, their faces stern, their hands steady. Patients arrive pale, thin, coughing blood, but hopeful, believing the hill, the air, the care will save them. This is a place of life, they say, a fortress against death. But death doesn't listen. The wards fill fast, hundreds, then thousands, men in one wing, women in another, children in small, bright rooms meant to cheer. The coughs echo loud at night, soft by day, a rhythm that never stops. Nurses check fevers, doctors try cure, sunlight, surgery, rest, but the disease is stronger, hungrier, taking one, then 10, then 100. The morgue, small at first, grows, its tables cold, its silence heavy. The tunnel, not yet called death, carries bodies away, hidden from the living, sliding to trains, to graves, to nowhere. Something else arrives, though something no chart records, no doctor names. It starts small, like Waverly itself. A nurse, Clara Hayes, hears footsteps in the west wing, late, when the patients sleep. She checks nothing. No one, just moonlight on the floor, just wind at the windows. She laughs, blames her mind, but her hands shake, her sleep fades. A patient, Thomas Reed, sees a woman, not a nurse, not a doctor, standing by his bed, her face pale, her eyes empty, gone by morning. He tells no one, fears they'll call him mad, but he doesn't sleep again. By 1915, the stories grow. Orderlies whisper of lights flickering, not electric, not candles, moving down halls no one walks. Children in the third-floor ward draw pictures, not flowers, not hills, but faces, long, thin, wrong, with 3 lines scratched across them. Nurses find beds unmade, not by patients, not by staff, but by hands no one sees. The air changes cold, not from wind, not from night, but from something that presses, that watches, that waits. The staff try to ignore it. They're trained, they're strong, they're here to save lives. But Clara, now head nurse, hears more, not footsteps, but knocks, sharp, clear, 3 at a time, on walls, on doors. On windows no hand could reach. She prays, her Bible tight, her candles burning, but the knocks follow, louder, closer, hers. A doctor, James Carter, feels it a weight, not on his body, but on his mind, his heart, his soul, whispering his name, knowing his doubts, his fears, his sins. He leaves, not for home, not for rest, but for good, his charts unfinished, his eyes empty. Patients see her now, not one, not few, but many. A woman, tall and white, not a nurse, not alive, standing in corners, in doorways, in dreams. She doesn't speak, doesn't move, but her eyes, oh. Her eyes burn, not with fire, not with light, but with something older, deeper, wrong. Children cry, not from fever, not from pain, but from her saying she sings, not hymns, not songs, but something that hurts, that twists, that stays. The sanatorium grows, its beds full, its morgue fuller, its tunnel busy. The staff work harder, pray louder, laugh thinner. But the thing doesn't care. It's here, it's theirs, it's Waverly's. By 1920, the knocks are a rhythm, the shadows a dance, the whispers a choir, and the hospital, oh. The hospital isn't a hospital anymore. It's something else, something alive, something waiting. Let me ask you, have you ever heard a sound in a quiet place? A tap, a step, a name, when no one's there? What did you do? Did you check? Did you pray? Or did you stay still, hoping it wouldn't come again? Drop your story below, I want to know. And Waverly's listening. It's 1928. And Waverly Hills is a machine of death. Its halls packed, its air thick with coughs, with fear, with something no one names. The sanatorium is bigger now, its wings sprawling, its beds endless, its tunnel called death and whispers working day and night. Nurses move like ghosts, their faces pale, their hands quick, their sleep gone. Patients fade, some fast, some slow, their eyes searching for hope that doesn't come. The knocks haven't stopped, they're louder, sharper, 3 at a time, circling the 5th floor, circling room 502. Room 502 isn't like the others. It's small, high, alone, a place for the sickest, the strangest, the lost. Nurses avoid it, their steps slow, their voices low, saying it's cold, not from drafts, not from glass, but from something that clings, that pulls, that knows. Patients sent there don't return, not better, not worse, but gone, their charts blank, their names forgotten. The staff call it bad luck, call it chance, but their eyes say different, say truth, say fear. In 1928, a nurse, Mary Hill, works the 5th floor, her hands steady, her smile forced, her faith thin. She's young, 25. Kind, loved by patients, trusted by doctors, but room 500 changes her. She hears it first, knocks, 3, always 3, on the door, the wall, the window, when no one's there, no one could be. She checks, her lantern high, her heart fast, but the room is empty, the bed neat, the air wrong. She prays, her cross tight, her voice small, but the knocks follow, not outside, not inside, but in her mind, in her soul. Then she sees her a woman, not a patient, not a nurse, standing by the bed, her hair dark, her dress white, her face hidden, her eyes burning. Mary freezes, her breath caught, her lantern dim, and the woman's gone, not fading, not moving, but gone, leaving cold, leaving weight, leaving fear. Mary tells no one, fears they'll lock her away, fears they'll see her shake, her cry, her break. The whispers grow, not from Mary, not from staff, but from patients, from walls, from Waverly itself. Children on the 4th floor draw her, not Mary, not nurses, but her, with 3 scratches across her face, her eyes black, her smile wrong. Orderlies hear cries, not coughs, not pain, but screams, high, raw, from 500 to, when no one's there. No one could be a doctor. Henry Wells checks the room, his mind sharp, his courage high, but he leaves pale, his hands trembling, saying nothing, writing nothing, seeing nothing but her. In 1932, Mary Hill breaks. She's alone in 502, her shift late, her lantern low, her cross gone. The knocks come 3, loud, close, not on walls, not on doors, but on her, in her, through her. The air turns cold, so cold it burns, the window rattles, the bed shakes, and she's there, not a shadow, not a dream, but her, tall, white, faceless, whispering Mary's name, her fears, her end. Mary screams, not loud, not long, but enough for the 5th floor, enough for Waverly, enough for her. They find her at dawn, not in bed, not on floor, but hanging, a rope no one knows. A knot no one tied, her eyes open, her face pale, her cross scratched 3 lines, always 3. The staff cut her down, their hands shaking, their voices gone, their prayers empty. They call it suicide, call it grief, call it madness, but their eyes say different, say room 502, say her. The room stays empty, not locked, not closed, but untouched, its air heavy, its silence loud. Nurses refuse it, patients fear it, doctors avoid it, but the thing doesn't care. The knocks continue, the cries echo, the shadows move, circling 502, claiming 502, owning 502 by 1940. It's a legend, a warning, a truth no one speaks, no one forgets, no one escapes. Have you ever walked a hall that felt wrong, a room that pressed too close, a place that knew you too well? What did you do? Did you stay? Did you run? Or did you listen, feeling her, knowing her? Tell us below. Waverly wants to hear. It's 1935, and Waverly Hills is a fortress of despair. Its halls endless, its beds full, its tunnel the death tunnel working without pause. The sanatorium is a world of its own, its patients trapped, its staff strained, its air thick with coughs, with death, with her. The tunnel, built to hide the dead, stretches from the basement to the hill's base, a concrete chute, cold, dark, silent, carrying bodies to trains, to graves, to nothing but silence lies. And the tunnel speaks not with words, not with wind, but with her. The staff hate it, avoid it, fear it. Orderlies, young, strong, trained, go in pairs, their lanterns high, their steps fast, saying it's damp, it's long, it's nothing. But their eyes say different, say cold, say eyes, say her. A man, William Tate, works the tunnel, his hands rough, his voice loud, his courage thin. He hears at first footsteps, not his, not staff, echoing behind, beside, ahead. He checks, his light swinging, his breath short, but the tunnel's empty, its walls bare, its air wrong. By 1940, the stories spread. Nurses hear cries not loud, not clear, but there from the tunnel, not patients, not staff, but children, men, women lost. A doctor, Edward Lane, walks it, his mind sharp, his notes neat, saying its echoes, its pipes, its lies. But he stops, his pen frozen, his heart fast, feeling hands not flesh, not bone, but hands, pulling, pushing, holding. He runs, not walking, not waiting, but running, his notes lost, his voice gone, his truth hers. Patients see them now, not one, not her, but them, shadows in the tunnel, not standing, not walking, but moving, sliding, crawling, their eyes glowing, their hands reaching, their mouths open, silent but screaming. A boy, Daniel Cole, 12, sneaks to the basement, a dare, a game, a mistake. He sees them not shadows, not dreams, but them, a crowd, pale, thin, wrong, filling the tunnel, watching him, knowing him, wanting him. He screams, not loud, not long, but enough for the basement, enough for Waverly, enough for her. The tunnel grows, not in stone, not in length, but in fear, in truth, in her. By 1950, it's not a chute, not a path, but a place, a home, a grave. The staff don't speak of it. Don't look at it. Don't walk it alone. The patients don't know it, don't ask it, don't live to see it. But Waverly knows, Waverly feels, Waverly keeps, and the tunnel never forgets. Ever felt a cold that wasn't there, a touch that wasn't real, a place that wasn't right? What did you do? Did you stay? Did you scream? Or did you run, knowing it followed? Share it below. Waverly's waiting. It's 1961, and Waverly Hills Sanatorium closes, its doors locked, its beds empty, its tunnel still. The plague is gone, the patients gone, the staff gone. But Waverly isn't empty, isn't quiet, isn't done. The building stands, gray, cracked, alone, its windows dark, its walls scarred, its air heavy with something no law can hold. Louisville forgets it, builds past it, lives past it, but Waverly remembers, Waverly waits, Waverly calls. The 1970s bring trespassers' kids, vandals, thrill seekers, their flashlights weak, their laughter thin, their courage fake. They climb fences, break windows, walk halls, saying it's abandoned, it's nothing, it's theirs. But Waverly disagrees. A boy, Michael Grant, sprays paint in room 502. Is Ken loud? His voice loud, his fear small. He hears it not whined, not rats, but knocks 3, sharp, close, on walls, on doors, on him. He runs, his paint spilled, his flashlight gone. His story wild enough to spread, to draw, to feed. By 1980, the stories grow. Squatters come, their fires small, their sleep short, their eyes wide. They hear her, not one, not few, but her, singing not hymns, not songs, but something that twists, that hurts, that stays. A man, Robert Lee, stays a night, his courage high, his knife sharp, his heart fast. He wakes to scratches, not cuts, not wounds, but scratches, 3, red, cold, on his arm, his bag, his truth. He leaves, not running, not screaming, but leaving, his story quiet, his fear loud, his sleep gone. The 1990s bring hunters, ghost hunters, their tapes rolling, their meters flashing, their prayers have spoken. They call themselves Kentucky Paranormal, their leader, Sarah Blake, young, bold, sure. They walk the 5th floor, the tunnel, the wards, saying it's science, it's proof, it's theirs. But Waverly laughs. They catch it, not shadows, not knocks, but voices, clear, raw, hers. An EVP from 1996 says Sarah, soft, cold, knowing, when no one spoke, no one moved, no one breathed. Another from 1999 catches screams, not one, not few, but many, filling the tunnel, the tape, the dark. The hunters leave, their tapes heavy, their minds torn, their stories spreading to books, to shows, to a world that wants her, fears her, needs her. Waverly grows, not in stone, not in size, but in truth, in fear, in her. The building decays, its walls falling, its floors breaking, but its power holds, its shadows move, its voices sing, and Waverly is never alone. Have you ever chased a ghost, a sound, a fear, and found something worse? What did you do? Did you keep it? Did you share it? Or did you hide it, knowing it saw you? Tell us below. Waverly's watching. It's 2025, and Waverly Hills Sanatorium is a legend, a beacon, a truth that pulls the brave, the curious, the lost. The building is old, its paint gone, its windows blind. But its doors are open not to patients, not to doctors, but to tour, to hunters, to you. Ghost tour run nightly, their guides sharp, their stories sharp, their fears sharper. Louisville calls it history, calls it fun, calls it safe, but Waverly calls it home, calls it hers, calls it now. The stories don't stop, they grow, they spread, they live. In 2003, a tourist, Emily Hart, walks the 5th floor, her phone high, her heart light, her group loud. She hears it, not guides, not steps, but cries, high, raw, from 502, when no one's there, no one could be. Her phone catches it, not clear, not long, but enough for the tour, enough for TikTok, enough for her. The clip, 20 seconds, shaky, dark, hits 1 million views, not for fame, not for fun, but for fear, for truth. For her, in 2018, a hunter, Mark Reed, stays overnight, his camera rolling, his EVP ready, his faith in. He walks the tunnel, his step slow, his voice low, his courage small. He catches it, not knocks, not cries, but whispers, many, endless, naming him, knowing him, wanting him. The tape says, Mark, leave now, clear, cold, hers when the tunnel's empty. The air still, the dark alive. He runs, his gear gone, his story viral, his sleep lost, and Waverly laughs, always laughs. In 2024, a camper, Lisa Cole, sleeps near the hill, her tent close, her fire bright, her dreams dark. She wakes to lights, not stars, not cars, but lights, 3, moving, circling, glowing, cold, wrong. She films it, not clear, not steady, but real, real enough for X, for Reddit, for a world that shares, that fears, that knows. The lights don't stop, don't fade, don't explain, and Lisa doesn't camp, doesn't sleep, doesn't forget. The tour reported 2 not stories, not tales, but truth. Guides hear knocks, see shadows, feel hands, not every night, not every tour, but enough for Waverly, enough for her, a ranger. Unnamed logs it, 2025, last month, footsteps in the tunnel, not his, not theirs, but hers, echoing, following, staying. A tourist, Jane Lee, feels it ties, not human, not alive, watching from 502. Seeing her, knowing her, keeping her, she leaves, her story small, her fear big, her truth hers. But what is Waverly, really? A hospital, a grave, a legend? Or something worse, something deeper, something open, something endless, the knocks, the cries, the shadows, they're not ghosts, not spirits, not souls. They're more, they're all, they're Waverly, a door not to death, not to hell, but to something no one names, no one sees, no one escapes. The hunters, the tourists, the guides, they don't find ghosts, don't catch spirits, don't leave empty. They find her, they feel her, they carry her, and Waverly, oh, Waverly isn't a place. It's a gate, a mouth, a hunger, and it's open, now, today, forever. So listen, my friends, and listen well, the next time you pass a hospital, a ruin, a hill, and the air is wrong, the silence loud, the shadows long, don't stop. Don't look, don't breathe, because Waverly's there, not in Kentucky, not in stone, but here, with you, in you, knowing you, and she's not done, not now, not ever. Have you ever seen a shadow that wasn't yours, a light that wasn't right, a place that wasn't empty? What did you do? Did you stay? Did you run? Or did you listen, knowing it saw you? Drop your story below, I read every one, and Waverly's waiting, always waiting. And so, we close the doors of Waverly Hills Sanatorium, not locked, not sealed, not silent, but open, waiting, watching, here at the end of our hour with Midnight Mysteries. We've walked its halls, heard its cries, felt its shadows, from 1910 to 2025, from a hospital of hope to a gate of fear. This isn't just a story, it's a truth, a warning, a shiver that stays when the lights come on, when the world is quiet, when you're alone. Let's step back. One last time, it began with a dream, a hospital to save, to heal, to hold. But dreams break, and Waverly fell, not to time, not to ruin, but to her, to knocks that echoed, to shadows that moved, to voices that knew. Room 500 acclaimed its own, The death tunnel kept its dead. The halls held their screams, and Waverly became more, became hers, became fear. Nurses saw her. Patients felt her. Hunters caught her. And now, in 2025, tourists hear her, campers see her. You know her? She's not one ghost, not one soul, not one name. She's all of them, none of them. Everything that presses when the dark is deep, when the silence sings, when the air is wrong. We've dug deep through records, through tapes, through whispers on X, Reddit, TikTok to bring you every knock, every cry, every truth. But truths like Waverly don't end, they grow, they spread, they live, and they're yours now, ours now, hers now. That's why we're here. Why Midnight Mysteries walks the dark, where the stories are sharp, the shadows real, the questions heavy. Waverly Hills isn't history, it's now, it's here, it's you, in every hospital you pass, every hall you avoid, every moment you're alone and the world is too still, too cold, to hers. So what do? We share it, we feel it, we face it, together. You stayed with us, braved 60 minutes of terror, walked where most won't dare. Now it's your turn, our Midnight Mysteries family. Tell us your story. What have you seen? What have you heard? What have you felt? A shadow in a hospital, a voice in a hall, a chill that wasn't there. Drop it in the comments. I read every single one, and trust me, they matter, they live, they call her. Don't stop there. If Waverly shook you, if its shadows stayed, if its whispers followed, share it. Send this video to a friend, a skeptic, a believer, someone who needs to know. Let them walk the tunnel, stand in 500 to feel the gate that's open, hit that share button, spread the fear, make Waverly's story grow, because stories like hers don't fade, they haunt, they spread, they win. And join us, if you haven't yet. Hit that subscribe button, ring the bell, step into Midnight Mysteries, where the dark is real, the truths are sharp, and the shadows never sleep. Every week we bring you tales like this, tales that cling, that question, that remind you you're never alone. Subscribe now, become one of us, and let's face the night together. One last question, one last shiver, one last truth. What's your hospital story? Not a tale, not a ghost, but yours. The moment a hole was too quiet, a room too cold, a shadow too close, and you knew, just knew. Something was there, watching, waiting, knowing. Was it a light that moved, a voice that called, a hand that wasn't there? What did you do? Did you look? Did you run? Or did you listen, feeling her, knowing her, fearing her? Drop it below, share it with us, share it with Waverly, because she's listening, always listening, and she loves a good story. Thank you for joining us, for braving the dark, for walking where the shadows live. Waverly Hills isn't done, not with its dead, not with its halls, not with you. So check your doors, keep a light burning, and listen to the silence, because it's never as silent as you think. This is Midnight Mysteries, where the night is deep, the truth is sharp, and the shadows are never alone. Until next time, stay curious, stay brave, and whatever you do, don't walk the tunnel alone.